right, everyone, it is the moment, it is the hour, it is the time. We finally can use all of the wishes we have been saving up. Hopefully it won't be all of them though, so we'll have a little bit for next banner, you know. But if we must use them all, we must use them all. Mydei has come to be on the banner, which means he needs to come home, as the title suggests on this live stream. Real quick overview. We'll be doing this quest still. We got some sub-events that we need to get to. Both of them, of course, end in 2 weeks. We are just past the midway point. Like, I think we're on 7 of 10 or something like that. So maybe 3/4 of the way. And then I don't really have anything else to show you, because we're now at that point where we're just relic grinding. Unless we get Mydei today, then we can start building him. Level 16, I did Storm Disaster per usual. Still have not unlocked the hunt to complete that one fully. And then the Pure Fiction this time just absolutely did me dirty, so that's about it. So let us test Mydei. I clicked the wrong button. So I've heard that Mydei just can't die. Like, that's his whole thing, is that he just is incapable of dying, which makes sense in the story, but does not make sense as a playable character. Because, let's see what you got.
Submit or die.
Interesting. So he does
Submit
an
or die.
like AoE attack. Got it. Okay, and it's a close range for that one.
All right.
Oh, and
I'll
it
give you
dazes
the honor
them.
of dying.
Interesting.
I'm gonna hold everyone back again!
Get there. Show me your courage.
Alright. Single tap.
You'll pay for this. Lend me your strength.
Let this place witness glory.
And then E. Okay, so it's also
Forever
AoE
doomed.
attack.
Blood of Kremnos, stream forth. Forever doomed.
Okay, so he like Blade, that he sacrifices his health to be able to do more damage.
So feeble.
Watch closely. You refuse! I'm scared!
Stay put.
Give me strength!
Forever doomed.
Lend me your strength.
Burn it all.
Okay, so let us set up our support.
Why,
We've
of
entered the
course.
storm. To guard and defend. Crush them! Bang! Is it coming? Ready, set! Fighting the west wind, away we go! Don't come any closer!
Move aside, amateurs. Fiends or devils, I'll crush them all.
Away and take off together!
Dying soul, face me.
So now we get to see Mydei's ult.
I allow you to accept your punishment.
There's gonna be a very certain type of person that's gonna be very excited for that voice line.
Somebody help me!
Burn it all. Conquer all lands.
You'll pay for this.
He has like
Lend me your strength.
Forever doomed.
follow-up attacks. Got it.
Delivering one.
good DPS unit for another imaginary character. Well, as you all can see, I have been saving up for a hot minute because I wanted Phynon and Mydei, of course, but now I also, having met Anazagrius, want Anazagrius too. So, per usual, our goal, obviously, win the 50-50 with Mydei. Let us take a gander at this. I'm at 32 pity. I'm definitely gonna have to get a new sticky note for that, and then for the weapon banner, I'm at 22, so. Ooh, that's a nice light cone. Not as good as, like, Sundays, though. I like Sundays light cone the most. It's a decent one, though. Alright, we'll start with getting Mydei, because getting his light cone without having him is kind of pointless. So this will put us at 42. There is no guarantee, so. Okay. We have him maxed out. 52. Thought I saw a shadow there for a minute and I was excited. I was like, early? Another Arlen. 62. Oh, another Remembrance 3-star. Interesting. Okay, 72. I'm starting to get up into the higher numbers, so. Natasha. 82. Okay, there it is. Okay. Now we need to win it. Alright, so 73. Okay. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So our luck holds, and we won the 50-50. So now we will move on to, oh, he looks so nice. Ah, look at him. So now we need to go in for his light cone. So I'm at 22 currently, so this is 32. Asta, what are you doing here? Okay, so that was 32, so 42. Man, we are just hitting Arlen today, huh? 52? Another Arlen. 62. just realized with the amount of pulls we have, even if we lose the light cone 50-50, we have enough pulls to guarantee it regardless. With Locha this time. 62. Okay, 5-star, 5-star, 5-star. Please. Let us have some savings for Anazagrius. Let us have some savings for Anazagrius. Oh, it would have been cool if it was the first one like Mydei. Okay. So what was it? 52? 53. Another Arlen. 54. 55. 56. 57. 58. Oh, we lost it. 1, 2, 3. Oh, Welt. Oh. I was hoping to have some savings for Anazagrius, but as I stated, we are now guaranteed for the light cone, and we still have over another 100 wishes, so we're gonna get it. So we're at 3. So this is 13. Or 13, 23. Oh, hi Ting Yoon. 33. I'm not even. Oh, Arlen's light cone. I was supposed to be like, I'm not even on the main banner. All right, 43. So much Arlen. Oh my gosh. Give me this one. I think this is the only card that I don't have five like R5. Okay, that was 43, I think, so 53. Starting to hit light pretty. I like how it gives me the 2 cards and not the one I just asked for. 63. Again. Alright, 73. Okay, good. I was like, we should be hitting, so. And it's guaranteed, so. But yeah, I definitely need to start stacking up because I both need Anazagrius, but I also need Dr. Ratio's light cone, and they're going to be sharing a banner. Mydei's light cone! Oh, hi, Serval. And we still have 50 more. Alright, and so that puts us at 6 with no guarantee. So let us look at our spoils. We got a few Eidolons while we were in there.
With this strength, I can save more lives.
Like, literally, I could have done with more Natashas instead of literally all the other characters I got. Okay, let's throw that on there. I like this as frequently used characters, but I'm, like, pretty confident that everybody just uses them for their favorites. Okay, and then we'll level him up in a second. Let me just go to We have a ton of light cones, and I need to clear them out. Alright, first of all, welt. It's like, yes, I am aware that that is a very rare light cone. Let's see. Yeah, I already had it 5-starred, or fully unlocked, or whatever it's called. Okay, I wanted to make sure before I upgraded that was the only copy of it that I had. And I think Locha's is fully maxed out, the 4-star version. Yeah, right there. And that one's fully maxed out. What about Natasha's? Natasha's is also fully maxed out. Okay. And then we had the new Remembrance, 3 stars. And then I think that's because it's a Remembrance. That one's also new, but let me just double check. Yep, I don't see any one of those, so let's...
This journey is forged with blood and flames.
Well, we got the card before we got him fully maxed out, which is funny. And what do your traces look like?
Each pattern is a mark of blood from the past.
Okay. Well, we will be focusing on maxing out Mydei, I guess, this next week. Oh, that is delightful that he came home. He's not built yet, so I can't fully use him, but we are still excited. Let me check something. No, I forgot. Did I get the... Okay, I did. Ah, we're so close. So close. And per usual, I have to depend, once I get that up, is like, oh, Meta says that I should probably get another Bailu or Bronya card because I use them when I'm fighting, especially Bailu because she's my only other like healer outside of Locha. So I should probably get that one, but I want to continue on getting Gepard's cards. Oh, and then we got the new Mydei. Alright, remove 3 Aquila's marks through defeating enemy targets in a single battle. Inflict weakness break on an enemy in a storm ride state. And then try to reclaim Trivy's past in the nightmare. But look, we are getting through the progress because we have 4 more of these. Through that main story progress. Alright, I would say that was successful, ladies and gents and pals. Because we have now acquired Mydei and his light cone, and we still somehow have wishes left over. Which means that I will be able to run wishes in preparation of the next set of banners, which is gonna be rough, because on one hand, you have the second half, which is Anna Zagreus and Dr. Ratio, and like I said, I want Anna Zagreus, so that means both him and his light cone. But I need Dr. Ratio's light cone, because I lost the 50-50 way back when Dr. Ratio ran the first time.
Nice.
At the same time, Jao Chao is being run again, and so I would love to get his Eidolons. And once again, Acheron gets a rerun when there's a character I want right after the banner she's on. Because I also want to pull for Acheron. So probably what will happen is I'll probably do 1 pull on Acheron. If she comes home early, we'll keep pulling for her. Do 2 pulls on Jao Chao. Again, just at early pity. If he comes home during that time, delightful. Or I might even go up to 50 pulls, like 2 pulls on Acheron, 2 pulls on Jiao Chao. Get up to that like 50% pity, like when you're starting to like really test the game on if it's gonna like trick you and give you something else early. And then past that point, we'll save for Anazagrius and for Dr. Ratio. Okay, and then we did get dropped off right in the dungeon right when we left, so we are back in the dungeon. Team seems pretty good for that. There's usually nothing to collect in these things, so we'll just go forward.
No way. A Cremnoan?
Alright, it says to go that way, but there's... Oh, can I not? Oh, okay, I can. Supposed to be like, can I not walk past them? Should we maybe get rid of this one?
Conflict is pitiless.
Serenity is before me. I will watch over you and guide you on your path.
Show no mercy.
Reach the end of the story in your own way.
It's like the only one that's available, so it's like, maybe get rid of it just for safety's sake. Nice.
I didn't think she'd manage to send the Cremnoans to assist. Brave warrior, what's the situation on the front line?
And Ackerman, why are you here?
What? Didn't Deglaya tell you? We have been instructed to assist you in trapping the Flame Reaver.
Akalaya, that vile usurper. I spit on her name. Our king will be back soon. He'll be able to deal with you and that black robe.
A hoarse curse lodged in his throat, refusing to escape. Moments later, he convulsed, his head drooping as his spirit departed his body, drifting towards the abode of Thanatos.
The Cremnoans really are just like their king. Rest in peace. May your glory last forever. Did they come to fight on their own accord? Or...
I can still fight.
You must become king.
Nikador is with us!
I don't know if it's gonna help to defeat any of these side
doubt
ones,
farewell.
but it does not
Here
seem like
is
you gotta
thunder.
know, like, dark paths going, what's going on.
Show no mercy.
Alright, I don't see any other enemies.
That sound! It pierces my ears!
We're almost there.
What sound? I don't hear anything.
I can't see.
Oh, Truby.
Once we take back the core flame, Yanis's passage will open. When that happens, you must evacuate immediately. Don't stay behind. The rest will be up to how well we work together.
But remember what Mydei said before? Cast aside all distractions once you're on the battlefield. Let's go, partner. Today, destiny shall stand with us!
Finally.
Pent in the memories of the dead! Executioner! You sure know how to keep a man waiting. Any later, and I fear the
Oh, sorry.
Titan would have sacrificed me.
Frail child of humanity, 'tis more effort keeping you hale and whole against that blade than it is in seeking the truth of the world.
I like it is Zagreus and Cersei's are gonna have such a funny relationship.
I'll overcome the thorns. Serenity is before me.
Follow my charge.
This mortal will watch over you and guide you on your path.
Show no mercy.
Gotta keep reminding myself to stop shrimping.
All in. Hedge your bets. Spend freely. The dice have been cast. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all. Watch your head. I've heard the call. Tormented doubt, farewell.
Here, this thunder!
Sure, I'll play along.
All will one day return to the great dream.
I'll overcome the thorns. Serenity is before me.
There's no time to lose.
Conflict is pitiless.
Time for them. Show no mercy. Follow my charge.
I hit the mark.
Oh wait, I didn't see that you weren't defended. I'm sorry.
I've heard the call. Tormented doubt, farewell. Get ready, Croft. Head your can't hold out much longer. It's on me.
Quiet. I know what I'm doing. Dirty trick.
All in.
They're trying to overwhelm us with numbers.
Watch it, get up. Take them out.
Oh, what a spirited display, deliverer.
Score.
All in.
Trying to save the ults for
Serenity is before me.
get through this first set.
Here, this thunder!
At long last.
How embarrassing.
You didn't come down from the sky?
The city is mine anyway. So why shouldn't I go through the front door? Minion of the Black Tide, I, King of the Kremnoan Legion, will be your opponent today.
Long time no see, Nikador.
Waiting for them to be done talking. That was such a good entrance, Mydei. Alright.
The dice have been cast. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all. This mortal form will watch over you and guide you on your path.
Show no mercy. Follow my charge.
Conflict is pitiless.
Serenity is before me.
There's no time to lose.
Here, this thunder! Show no mercy.
Such petty tricks.
I'll overcome the thorns. Torment and doubt farewell.
Vanity leads to self-destruction.
I do like that his true name is still in quotes.
Oh, fine. That was a good opener to the ceremony. Now, we honor the fallen gods with this fight to the death.
So when he did his ult, which is so cool that he has an ult, it turned into that infinity sign that surrounds the entirety of Amphorius, and it showed him slashing through it. So I'm really curious if the Flame Reaver is not actually like, we see them as evil because we're currently working with the gods kind of and following this prophecy that we don't quite know the origin of. But like, what if the Flame Reaver, which still believing that it's like a split off of Finon's soul, right? What if the Flame Reaver is trying to free Amphorius from the god's grip and let them like out, maybe? Even if it's like corrupted by the Stellaron, it could still be that like thought process. It's just a good intention of freeing Amphorius from its bounds in this like infinity loop, but just got corrupted by the Stellaron, you know what I mean?
I've heard the call. Torment and doubt farewell.
Follow my charge.
This will watch over you and guide you on your path. I hit the mark.
Score.
No dirty.
Rejoice. For I grant you the honor of sharing your final rest.
It's time to end this.
Heed my call! I am the Lance of Fury. The agony this world needs! Witness this. New God has come to Castrum Kronos.
We're celebrating a little bit too early before we identify the body and make sure that they're dead. I know you hit them with a lot of power, but let's ID the body first.
The warriors have returned.
But are the rumors true? Has Oryx fallen?
It's as the Council of Elders said. We face a dangerous threat. Yet the Chrysos heirs are only inciting more chaos. They don't care about the people's safety.
The only reason you all were able to live your lives is because the Chrysos heirs have been working on it in the background. Is this where we finally hit the, we're running from the authorities part of our trip? Because Amphorius is the only one where we haven't immediately been on the wrong side of the law and have to run from the authorities. Have we hit that point? Is there a coup d'etat?
They really gave the core flame of strife to a Kremnoan at the end.
Technically, the core flame of strife should have been the Kremnoans to begin with, because, you know, Nikador was their god, so.
What a noisy crowd.
This, doesn't feel right.
It's probably because Oryx is gone. Oryx was a generous titan in the eyes of the people. They graced us with miracles, allowing humanity to reap many a convenience from the past.
What they don't know is that the Titan didn't do all of that of its own volition. Regardless, the Titan has fallen, and we must surrender Orynyx's core flame.
A meeting with that woman again so soon? I just can't catch a break.
I mean, you technically haven't met her yet, because the last time she was busy.
Professor Anaxa, why don't you find someplace to rest first? Matters that require Aglaya's attention are piling up. You two meeting again will, forgive my honesty, only distract her. Just try to stay on your best behavior, if you know what I mean.
But I can see definitely why, if it's not revealed in like the next 2 chapters, a lot of people are thinking that the Flame Reaver is Phynon, because the only one that Mydei has told his secret to, of like his vulnerability points along his back, is Phynon, and yet the Reaver immediately targeted his back whenever they were fighting, so it's like, how does it know? Kind of
That's
deal.
not up to me, I'm afraid. I've been trapped in her prison the moment I set foot in this holy city. The price of having a Titan living in my head, I suppose. Don't worry, I don't want trouble either.
He's so fun.
They have differences in ideology. All right, I suppose that's putting it lightly. Don't worry, you'll figure out the intricacies of these relationships sooner or later.
I was about to be like, Phynon, you were very, very understating.
I'm sure you don't need my help handling Orynyx's core flame. So I'll be off. I have some personal matters to attend to.
Wait, so if the Time Titan is going in, and then he's like the free Chrysos heir, here's another thought process, everyone. What if he becomes, our boy becomes the Time Titan's core flame holder, and then he goes back in the past, but by going back in the past to like kind of see his village or something like that, he ends up getting corrupted by the Black Tide, and so that's what makes the Flame Reaver. Another option.
It somehow feels like D has closed himself off even more after he completed his trial.
The heavy is the head that carries the crown.
Yeah, a lot has happened in the past few days. You've been lost in thought for a while now too, Treeby. Did Trinon bring news?
Yes. She has found Trian. She was at the bottom of the valley outside the temple, but that's where the good news ends.
I'm sorry.
It's all right. They also found someone else besides Trian. He was no better than a corpse when Trinan and Hyacinth arrived. He had suffered more cuts than could be counted and leaped off a cliff from a great height, all to free Trian's body from the clutches of the black-robed swordmaster.
What a brave soul. Do we know who he is?
Yes, it's Crateros.
Oh no! Not long ago.
Stop! If you want this girl dead, you'll have to kill me first.
How ludicrous. Your body made of flesh and blood as it is will not survive more than a single strike from me.
Better to die in battle than return even in glory. As a Kremnoan, I know not the fear of death.
She's lost her divinity. I have no interest in an empty shell. But answer me this, child of strife. Why do you raise your shield for her?
As the leader of the God Shield Brigade's elite, I protected the king against the Black Tide with this very shield. And I've done this over and over, hundreds and thousands of times. A pathetic killer like you could never understand the weight it bears.
Pity.
Interesting that here the quotations around Flame Reaver have disappeared. Because any other time we've interacted with the Flame Reaver, the quotes are there.
And crumble like rusted iron.
Good. Supreme glory shall be mine, as I indulge in the libations and incense offered by my descendants. Come, let us fight! For Kremnos! For my king! For Amphorius!
And we didn't tell Mydei before he left? Or is that why Mydei's closed off?
We foresaw this cruel parting 1,000 years ago. Today is but a reminder of that bitter taste.
But Lady Aglaya, I don't understand. It wasn't life itself that Lady Trian lost. Why does she look like she really turned into a doll? I don't understand.
Don't be sad, Hyacinth. Trian has used up her borrowed time from Yanis, that's all. Her spirit is now riding the west wind, flying ahead to a world free of sorrow.
If a world like that truly exists, does that mean everyone from the Grove is there too?
It exists, Hyacinth. Do you not remember? The prophecy that guides the Chrysos heirs is the voice of Kefili before it fell silent. It loves all of its creations dearly, and would never bear to lead us astray with lies. What about the Kremnoan veteran? How is he doing?
The Twilight Courtyard has done all we can. Even so, we've only managed to keep him from breathing his last. I had to use the Sky Priest's techniques to help him to walk again. But if light ever disappears from Akama for good... No. Let's hope that never happens.
This is already nothing short of miraculous. When we found Kratos, he was no better than a corpse. Yeah, but is that what Kratos would have wanted? Because of the whole better to die with glory or honor than to return with glory, or reverse.
The parting hour is upon us. Yet the golden thread runs slack. The heroes have returned with their spoils. Everyone, please take this opportunity to rest and prepare for what awaits us. You've returned unscathed and brought tidings of triumph. Truly a moment worthy of celebration.
Oh, wrong thing. Defeat all long shatter vessels during the Flame Reaver of the deepest dark casting of Silent Sorrow. And triumph in a battle alongside the new god of strife.
It's incredible to think that we returned Nikador's core flame not so long ago. It wouldn't be an exaggeration to say that you and your friend's arrival has melted the glaciers of history.
You could say this is the true face of history. It slumbered for 1,000 years, only to awaken for this one moment. Alas, now is not the time for a study of history. I do not see a Naxa around. Was this under your instructions, Finan?
Yes. It just seems much more efficient than letting you two go at it endlessly.
A rash decision. After all, he still bears a core flame with him. I do concur with your assessment of efficiency, though. Now, let us table the issue concerning him for the moment. The more urgent matter is the core flame of Orynyx. The Chrysos heirs had initially crafted a plan regarding the order to return the core flames. For titans like Orynyx and Circes, who harbor no intentions of harming humanity, our strategy entailed assuming their divinity only at the very end.
But we have both of them now.
But this unforeseen turn of events has thrown everything into disarray.
If we don't return the core flames to the vortex of Genesis, and we leave the Titan's divine positions vacant, we can't even begin to imagine the disaster that would follow. But the most pressing issue at hand is that we haven't found the Chrysos heir capable of bearing Orynyx's divinity.
Finan, Castris, Mydei, and Hyacinth. Treepy and I devoted a millennium scouring the world, only to find these few people. Only a chosen few possess the capacity to assume divinity. The elite among the Chrysos heirs. We would never hastily extend our invitation without first verifying their potential to bear such power. Yet, we cannot compel anyone into divinity, as it would be no different from sentencing them to the gallows.
Truly a dilemma.
Yeah. How about letting him give it a try?
I was wondering, I was like, the other option, because we already have Mem, who is like a entity, an avatar of Orynyx, that I'm like, you know, are we gonna get Orynyx's core flame? So you're okay with sending me to the gallows? I'm serious, you're special to Amphorius, we all know that. Now about Orynyx. The one projected me into this world and granted me this body. Isn't Orynyx just a little titan, even more capricious than a child? Yeah, but then the other issue is like, meanwhile, somewhere in the Memorial Palace, isn't there an issue with like, letting someone who's technically a foreigner take on one of the core flames that may be important for keeping this world in balance? Because we have to leave eventually. I don't know if it's a good idea to just take one of the core flames with us.
I see the Reaper has forsaken you too, teacher.
It simply put my life in the hands of the Twilight Courtyard. That priest girl's medical talents are truly exceptional. She might be far from the ordinary girl we envisioned. But this isn't about me, Mighty Mos. I saw it. You finally decided to embrace your own fate.
Power of strife is stirring a tempest within me as we speak. My bones have turned into steel, and my blood is seething in a blaze. Past rulers of Kremnos could only aspire to this might, yet I have merged with it. I've made history, and henceforth divinity and kingship shall coexist as one.
Indeed. You've realized the aspirations of every former king of Kremnos. And now, you can at last bring our people home and reforge the glory of Kremnos.
Unfortunately, I harbor no such desire.
What? What do you mean by that?
Over 2 millennia past, devotees of Nicator's might banded together beneath their feet and erected a city of their own. Ever since then, Kremnoans have served as the blades wielded by the god of war, following the Titan's path in its conquest. Yet, gazing upon our history through the lens of my newfound divinity, I now see it with unprecedented clarity. This history is sheer absurdity and inferiority. People surge onto the battlefield like ants, plundering and slaying for their own greed, only to be trampled upon. Like ants, the city and the beliefs that Kremnoans hold so dearly, alongside the supposed tradition, mere anthills that could be be crushed with a single touch in the eyes of the Titan.
Are you trying to strip Kremnoans of the pride we've amassed over thousands of years with mere words?
That pride holds little significance, Krateros. Now that I've assumed the divinity of strife, my next step will be to renounce the title of king.
No!
Convey my message to every Kremnoan. This is an order.
Do not do this, Mydei. I beg you.
Our history commenced in the year 2506 of the Light Calendar, concluded in the year 4931. I, Mydei, last king of Castrum Kremnos, son of Gorgo, do hereby proclaim the Kremnoan dynasty comes to an official close today.
You have killed us. You have killed us all.
No. I am granting you a new beginning.
Oop, his mouth was a little weird just then.
What is this?
My mother's signet ring. It served as a symbol of kingship. And I now imbue it with a fresh significance. Take it, and rally those who have lost their identities. Convey the words of Mydei, now ascended to divinity. You no longer need to chase fleeting honors or face death on the battlefield as if it were your sole destination. However, you must adapt to fit into the city you once observed with indifferent eyes. A cruel fate awaits Amphorius. No matter how illustrious a dynasty may seem, it crumbles to rubble and gravel before formidable foes. Yet, you shall tread the only path out. One that leads to a brand new world at its end.
Why task me with being your messenger? Why not explain all this to them yourself?
Because only humans can guide the path to be trodden by humans. It's not the lot of humans who crave the power of gods and spiral into madness for it. Humans who stand ready to raise their shields high to protect the lives behind them.
I failed to save that child.
That is irrelevant. As demigods, they have long been prepared for it. What truly matters is that you showed up there and shielded her.
The one who persuaded Aglaya to set me free that night. Was that you, Mydei?
Yes.
She's not one to easily make a concession. What did you offer her?
I staked my mother's name to guarantee the integrity of your soul to her. And I promised her that I would dedicate all I have to the Flame Chase journey.
And what is next, Mydei? Where will you be headed now?
To the place where I belong. To fulfill my promise. The madness that has plagued Nikador and the darkness that has consumed Amphorius. It's now my turn to fight against it. There are some people to meet with before I leave. Let's go. Cry out.
There we go. Why walk when you can teleport?
You're here, Mydei. It seems that you are prepared.
Yes.
You aided Akama through yet another trying ordeal, and my gratitude knows no bounds.
Isn't that exactly what you wanted?
Not everything unfolds according to my plan. In the current state of the world, I can only proceed one step at a time. Furthermore, you are ready to dedicate all that you have, regardless of the promise you made to me, aren't you?
Throughout my time in the Holy City, I've gleaned valuable lessons from you. Strategy, leadership, and adaptability to change. Yet, it's only recently that I've come to realize the truly remarkable quality you possess.
And what is it?
It's the magnetic allure in your presence. It draws people to gather around you willingly, to seek your guidance.
She does have the romance titan's core, right?
They strive not to disappoint you, not due to fear of repercussions, but out of sincere alignment with your ideals. That is precisely what every ruler of Castrum Kremnos has been missing.
I am truly honored to hear that. And now, Mydei, you have risen as the most powerful demigod in the world. How do you intend to wield this newfound power?
I shall see Nikador's aborted mission through to completion, and become the strongest bulwark for Amphorius to defend against the Black Tide. I will secure enough time for the Flame Chase journey, until you manage to lead everyone to reach the miracle of Genesis.
Mydei, a new chapter awaits Amphorius. Yet, the one who guides the people to the destination need not be you and I.
Huh. What did you see after assuming Nestia's divinity?
Despite the passage of 1,000 years, every word of that prophecy remains as vivid as ever. You shall have your final bath in warm and radiant gold.
Just as cryptic as all the other prophecies.
What's the reason for the laughter?
I was just thinking, if an ordinary person encountered these words, they would probably stay away from the baths for the rest of their life.
But I cannot forgo the delightful experience a bath offers. So, I assume you also glimpsed yours, Mydei?
One day, you shall die with a wound in your back.
Well, that is a rather straightforward scenario.
If I were to be terrified by drivel with no basis, I would not have attracted your gaze and joined the Flame Chase journey in the first place.
You speak the truth. May you be destined for a powerful fate, and may we reunite in the promised new world. Farewell, Mydei.
These things are so cute, but also kind of weird looking. Not as cute as the cat cakes.
Is Lady Trebios not here?
Lord Mydei!
Hyacinth. So you are the physician Krateros spoke of. It's no wonder then that he was pulled back from the brink of death. You have my gratitude.
I can take that as a compliment, right?
I've heard about what happened at the Grove. I'm deeply sorry for your loss.
I've heard far too much about death and grief recently. To quote Lady Trebi, we should all focus on tomorrow, shouldn't we?
That's a valid point. You've always been the most optimistic one among us.
Well, I must say, it feels quite incredible to see a new demigod standing right before me.
You should prepare yourself as well. Humanity has already taken hold of strife. And one day, it will also reach the sky.
Do you really believe I can do it? Even my ancestor, that hero of legends, couldn't conquer the core flame of Aquila.
Given your good rapport with the demigods, you should know that the path to assuming divinity is never limited to swords and spears.
You've always been so perceptive, Lord Mydei. Rest assured, if fate has truly selected me, I'll be ready. Right. You are here looking for Lady Trebi and Lady Trina, no? They're not around at the moment. Is there a message you'd like me to pass on to them?
No need. I've already bid farewell to Aglaya. Meeting with the Oracle is simply a matter of courtesy.
You've bid farewell?
I'm heading back to Castrum Kremnos to fight against the Black Tide. In all likelihood, I will never again return to Akuma.
Oh.
On second thought, there is something that I'd like you to help me convey to them.
I'm all ears, Lord Mighty. I'll make sure to convey every single word.
Tell them that there is no longer a need to send scouts behind enemy lines. With a single message, the Lance of Fury will target anyone who dares oppose Akuma.
Alright, next one.
Lord Mighty.
I'll be embracing my destiny before you do, Casterus.
Can you feel Thanatos right now?
I don't feel them at all. Regrettably, you have been painstakingly seeking that Titan for so long. But have you ever considered reaching out to me for help?
You mean...
Death refused to ferry me. If you were to send me to the Netherrealm, I may uncover clues along the way back.
I would never do that, Lord Mighty. Death is not a game.
You're right. That may very well be the reason why my people have struggled for millennia. They underestimated the significance of death.
So, are you returning home alone, Lord Mighty?
Returning home, you say? Maybe. At this moment, Castrum Kremnos is not just my birthplace, but also my fated destination. Work harder, Casterus. Go and do what you have to do, so that the trials we have endured may have meaning.
I will, Lord Mighty. May we reunite on the other side, where the warm west wind blows.
Okay. Maybe, is it over here? Okay, I was like, where is he?
The King of Kremnos, without the signet ring, but looking more like a king now.
I'm no longer the king, Grand Craftsman.
Matters not the title. Surpassed all former kings your achievements have.
I will honor your trust and liberate the world from the clutches of fear. Nevertheless, I must request that you continue to watch over Phainon, Cartonis. I have a feeling that his fate will weigh heavier than all of ours combined.
Keep Phainon in mind, I will. Return to your home, brave king. Together with everyone, I shall remain here. That thunder from Castrum Kremnos, we wait to hear.
Mighty?
Outlanders? No. Trailblazers. I will soon make my way to Castrum Kremnos. If all goes according to plan, the this may be our final meeting. I just want to let you know that I appreciate everything you have done for Amphorius.
Reflecting on the past and moving forward to the future, a challenge I've faced as well. Though we never had a chance for a deep conversation, after all we've experienced together, you're also an ally to the Trailblaze, Mydei.
That means a lot to me. May success accompany your trailblazing wherever it leads. How about you let me guess what's on your mind? Are you drafting a sentimental farewell speech?
Stay safe out there. A lone boy can get into a lot of trouble. Just smile if you don't know how to respond.
Now that I bear the divine within me, I can get the vague feeling that you have a great significance for the future of Amphorius.
It's apparently we are the Matrix in quite a few of these fates of the world.
With this departure, fear that I will never again return. Can I entrust you both to watch my back? And to continue supporting the Flame Chase journey in my absence?
Rest assured, we'll do everything we can.
You have my gratitude. Then, farewell.
Hold on.
Yes?
Let's at least snap a photo together to capture this moment, shall we?
Sure, let's do it.
Oh god, trying to get the... There, no. Angle properly. Trying to get right in the middle. There we go. Looks pretty good. What do you think?
Well, feels peculiar, I suppose. I'm not talking about your photographic skills. It's just that I rarely take photos. But this one, it's pretty good.
I never fail to impress. I'm glad you like it. Make sure not to leave any regrets behind.
I wish the same for you during your time in Amphorius.
Oh, leaving the best for last. I wondered because we hadn't said anything to Fine on. I wonder if these have significance, because the blue ones could be Fine on, the red ones are Mydei. Maybe. Oh, he's like all the way over here. Okay.
The prince is here! Run! Hold on! Lord Mydemos isn't the prince anymore. He's now the guardian of Amphorius!
What's going on?
Mydei's like, what? See, like the red ones are Mydei kind of dealio.
We salute the guardian of Amphorius.
My man's like,
I have always be yours.
We dedicate our lives for following you.
May glory be with
on our
you.
behalf, Guardian.
I see that Finon's been doing some politics.
May glory
We
be
salute you.
While we were away.
It's been a while, Guardian.
I should have known you were the mastermind behind this.
Hey, don't go pointing fingers without cause. I swear I'm innocent this time. See those kids over there? They're the ones who brought everyone together.
I admit, that took me by surprise.
Were you seriously just going to sneak off without a word with me?
Well, I was actually on my way to bid farewell to you, but ended up running into this.
Oh, that's quite an honor, I suppose. We better not leave them waiting too long, don't you think?
The road to Castrum Kremnos from here is long. Perhaps it wouldn't be a bad idea to take a moment and etch their faces in my memory one last time.
Oh. It says walk with Finon, and he's like speeding away.
More than just the Kremnoans here.
King of Kremnos.
You're now the guardian of Amphorius, after all. I'm thinking maybe it's about time the god of strife gets a new name. How about the god of solidarity or preservation?
Please
Dong
send
Han
off the
mentioned that
black
one to me.
tide for us, Guardian.
I recommend that you steer clear from any situation that calls for
Naming things is what he said.
All right. It's about time for us to part ways. Any final goodbyes you want to share? This might be your last chance. Why so quiet? I thought divinity would wash away some of your sentiments.
Do you truly feel as carefree as you seem? Or is this just a facade you wear?
You know what? You sound just like Aglaya at this moment. But you're not off the mark. I just thought that putting on a nonchalant front for this occasion might help us preserve some dignity.
I can see through your deception, even without the power of mind reading.
Am I really that terrible at controlling my facial expressions? Well, with that said, thank you for aiding me in defeating my archenemy, Mydei.
No need to thank me.
We have not confirmed a body. Everyone, I need you to stop thinking that the Flame Reaver is dead with no future qualms. I need you all to go and make sure the body is missing or that it was pulverized to dust, something.
This triumph brings no delight, nor does it signify closure. You understand that more than me.
Indeed. In the end, I still haven't unraveled the mystery behind that black-robed swordmaster. And I can't even ascertain their demise. Maybe I've never managed to cut off my destiny.
But that matters not. Pain may be cured, but scars remain. This should not be effaced. Even with the divine might of Ornyx, you cannot stop the past from leaving its marks in our blind spots. Can you genuinely let go of everything as soon as that swordmaster is dead? That's impossible. Revenge is merely an obligation that must be carried out, and no one can find mental fulfillment through it.
You're right.
Look forward. Chew up and swallow your past. And make sure emptiness and bitterness are not the only flavors you know. Remember that there is a whole world behind you waiting to be saved.
I will keep that in mind.
I have a final favor to ask. Please look after the Kremnoan warriors in my absence. They will undoubtedly face challenges while assimilating into Akama. It is my sole regret that I cannot stand by them during this time.
Do not worry. Leave it to me. And, while I'm at it, I'm going to find out if the Kremnoan language is really missing that many words.
The Kremnoan philosophy can never be encapsulated in a mere dictionary, but if there's a chance in the next life, you should come visit my library. I'll be on my way, Deliverer. Remember to stay alive till the final act.
Yes. Same goes for you. Don't die too easily. May triumph always be yours, Mydei.
I can't not get Finon. I have Mydei. They are a set pair. I cannot not get Finon now.
Oh, right. One last question.
Go ahead. You better not leave any regrets behind.
Are you the one who told Cartonis about the signet ring?
Well... who knows?
Y'all, I have so many emotions.
Get up, my son. You showed great courage in today's training. Let's wrap it up for now.
Yes, Mother. Mother, there's something I want to ask you.
What is it, Mydei?
Why must we learn to fight?
It is for glory and honor, my son. For Kremnoans, mastery of swords and spears is ingrained from birth. And the battlefield is our destined end.
Is that really
the way it is, Mother?
What makes you say so?
Because you don't sound entirely sure.
You're right, Mydei. I once believed those words, without question. Until your father cast you into the Sea of Souls. It was at that moment I realized how everything I believed in was utterly hollow. Perhaps the spirit of Kremnos had once existed. But as greed bloomed in the hearts of humanity over the years, such spirit had long faded alongside our glory. I no longer put my faith in any oath or doctrine. Now I have just one role. That of your mother, Mydei. Your guardian.
That dream always ends there. The journey back to Castrum Kremnos is proving to be longer than expected. Krateros said that shortly after my fall into the sea, my mother challenged my father to a duel. She died through father's treachery, and I never saw her face. Yet each night she would show up, waiting by the flickering firelight. I always anticipated the sequel to that dream, believing she had more words of wisdom or guidance to offer. But now, I think I finally come to understand. That is all she wished to tell me. And now, I too am left with but one role.
Also, I heard somewhere that, like, Mydei was actually the original design for the Pyro Archon for Genshin, and I can definitely see some stuff that I would believe that. Oh my god, I did not know his tattoos glowed. That is so cool. One of which is that the Pyro signal in Genshin is like, I can't put my mouse on it to show you, but this middle part right above the middle of his like necklace collar thing, it looks like the Pyro signal. this journey to reach
It's
its
time
end.
for this journey to reach its end.
Oh?
Look! Mydei is back!
Oh, it's
Glory belongs to you!
It's all of his friends that
We've got
died
fresh
in battle.
pomegranate juice. Want to try some?
We meet again, Your Highness.
Welcome back!
How was your training?
Ooh, say, come and check out what I just wrote.
Well.
Mydei! Did you just come back from training?
It's been a while.
I'm gonna beat you at the festival.
Welcome home, Mydei. Have you found some...
Deserving of your happiness.
The son of Gorgo will be crowned in blood! The son of Gorgo will be crowned in blood!
Mother. I'm home.
Okay, guys, you can't say that wasn't so cool. Year 4931 of the Light Calendar, month of balance, Nikador. The Strike Titan lands of Fury fell. Mighty Most King of Krymnos triumphed over the trial, and the new god was born. I had to say it real fast. On the following day, the Krynonian dynasty, which had lasted for 1,000 years, came to an end. Presently in Akuma.
We smell sunlight and the wind of Akuma. This was your favorite spot, wasn't it, Trian?
Lady Trian, why did it have to end up like this?
Take it easy, Cass. Departure is a part of life. It's just that ours isn't as tumultuous as it is for ordinary folks. When we started our journey, Yanis had already provided their prophecy. Just like how that Titan divided themselves to create the countless passages in the world, it's only natural for us to follow the same path since we inherited their destiny.
If you don't mind, Tribi, are you still willing to unveil that past for us? The past regarding the prophecy?
What do you seek to learn, Snowy?
Mydei has left the city to face his own fate. That is, the fate of every demigod. We will all eventually let go of our past to follow the same path as his. So, what I want to know is, as Amphorius' first demigod, what compelled you to take the first step on this journey? And what has sustained you to make it this far without looking back? Despite the fracturing of your body and the numerous departures you have endured.
All right.
Teacher, are you sure about this?
D is already doing what he has to do. What reason do we have to keep it from them? Let's go, everyone. Let's go to the Abyss of Fate and see how it used to be. That's great. Thank you. Trinan, would you mind?
Tribi, are you not coming with us?
I want to stay here with Trian for a bit longer.
I see. We'll be off then. Take care.
Since you have made your decision, then let's proceed as you wish. See you later, teacher.
Cass, are you not going with them?
No. I'd prefer to remain here to accompany Lady Trian. She hated being alone.
What's this?
A little gift that I had hoped to deliver to her personally. Though fate had other plans.
Oh. So, you saw us arguing that day?
Yes. I figured Lady Trian would like it a lot, so I bought it.
I see. Cass. You know, I recognized it immediately that day. It truly is an authentic piece from Yanisopolis.
Then why?
It's just that Trian had forgotten far more things than I. For example, she forgot that this glass object meant something unfortunate according to the traditions of our homeland.
I'm sorry, Lady Treeby. Should I?
No need to apologize, Cass. At that time, I simply didn't want her to be trapped by our past, especially considering how much time had passed since we left home. But now, it might just be the perfect gift for Trian.
All shall bid farewell to one, and that person alone will witness the miracle. While you and I have long accepted this absurd fate, they remain fresh and inexperienced. Teacher, don't let the weight of that cruel prophecy crush their spines.
But it would be even more cruel if we allow them to ignorantly fall before the gates of the new world. They will eventually need to know the truth. We just need the right opportunity. This, to me, feels like the right opportunity.
So, this is how the Temple of the Three Fates looked back in the day.
At this point, Yanisopolis still resides under Aquila's protection, yet it is already fated for decline, and only contains a beautiful facade.
Is it because Amphorius has entered Arabellica?
Yes, strife remains distant from this part of Amphorius right now, but in 5 years' time, at the same entry hour, this temple will become the source of another war.
Then, where are you at this time?
Right over there.
Why does she look somewhat different?
It's because we don't quite recall how we used to look.
Oh, my apologies.
Please don't. We should be the ones apologizing. Come, everyone. It's time to witness our last conversation with Orynyx.
Titan's murmurs. Tree Bios.
You're here, Orynyx.
This is our memory. So your senses are also aligned with the Trebios of that moment.
You still consume yourself for that false prophecy.
False prophecy, huh? So you still think that way?
Even if Kefali has fallen, they would never guide humans to kill their own comrades. Stop while you still can, Trebios. Spreading the prophecy will only kindle disaster. That disaster will tear you into 1,000 pieces.
But the Black Tide has already arrived, and Yanis remains in slumber. If even the God of Passages, known for guiding mortals, cannot resist this catastrophe, then what can we do against the incoming destruction?
Do not get involved with the core flames. If you do that, you can still remain chosen by fate.
Those chosen by fate would never have their family taken from them. And how can I alone remain safe and secure while watching the entire world crumble before my eyes?
This might be our last conversation, Orynyx. I will do everything I can to protect you from the Black Tide.
The family she just mentioned.
It's our mother. She fell from the spot into the valley a long time ago. It was during a grand ceremony held to seek Yanis's guidance, but things took an unexpected turn. It was Kefali who responded instead.
Did something go wrong with the ceremony?
Yes, but those two occurrences were in fact unrelated. Kefali's response was simply a coincidence on that frosty night with treachery abound. As the Holy Maiden of Yanisopolis met her demise, the world-bearing Titan also fell in another corner of the world. Let's keep up with her. This story... she should be the one to tell it.
That thing ahead.
It's the altar of Talantin. But that's not our destination. We're heading to the left.
This place used to be passable.
Man, we had the highs of Mighty Mos and freaking Finon's conversation, and then they immediately tear open our soul, and we're like, okay, now Trian's funeral. And I'm like, oh my gosh, too much just happened. Okay, witness the end of the Krymnos heir's homecoming. Witness Trian soaring toward the fated tomorrow. So I assume that we are right at the end. Perfect. Also, I want to go over who I think each of the core flames is going to go to that we have remaining. I'm like waiting for us to go back to the core flame area so that I can go over it. Okay, so I'm assuming... Can you go to either one? Oh, we can also rotate it. Okay. So here... There we go.
No match for me.
Okay, so this isn't just like a dungeon, it's like an actual map we can go exploring. Okay. I do think it's interesting that Orynyx insists that it's a false prophecy.
I never thought there would be such a hidden space in the abyss.
This is the Archive of Prophecies, an important ceremonial site back then.
Is this Yanis's maze that Trinon used for divination in the past?
Not only that, it also serves as a lock. Our childhood abode lies sealed within.
This is the largest puzzle I've ever laid eyes on. And it even acts as a door lock. Should have expected something like this in the homeland of puzzles, I suppose. So, how are we going to solve it?
Just follow the designated path and let the stone ball fall into the pool twice.
Seems pretty straightforward. Even Mydei might be able to complete it in a single try. You still don't know him well enough, then. He might not even need a first try. He just punched the door open. Mydei, if If he were still here, we'd probably take a lot fewer detours to solve our issues. Enough with the talking. Let's just get started.
All right. It's like Mydei just barely left and Finon's already being like, I miss my husband who's gone off to war. That's just the vibe he gives with Mydei Moose. It's so funny. Wait. No, okay. I thought I saw a bug. This is like my least enjoyed part of Amphorius is these puzzles.
If I become a priest, will Orenik see me?
Is that all?
Praise the Law Titan, the Lantern, scale of justice.
Hmm. I feel like I almost had that. Let's see. I feel like this has to go there. There we go.
Looks good. Is that all?
Oh, it wasn't even the way forward, it's just a... Alright, so we have 10. I need it to stand on this blue dot. So, probably it needs to be dropped. Trying to think. So it probably needs to be dropped through this trap door, right? And then moved over twice. No, it needs to stand on the gold one, so it needs to be on this and then move. No, it does need to stand on this blue one, I was right. Oh, no, we're gonna have to move with it, because when it stands on the gold one, we need to drop off here, and then when it stands on the blue one, we need to be here-ish. Okay, okay, I think I get it. So first it needs to come down and hit this gold button, and then it needs to move over to the blue one. So I imagine that it'll have to drop through here. And then we drop through here. So it'd be like 1, 2, 3. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 maybe? Let's try it out. I forgot I need it to go back to the blue button. Okay. So it needs to drop on the gold so that I can drop here and then go over here. Yeah. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh no, I have to drop off when it hits gold. Okay. Let's try this again. Perfect. Took a little more maneuvering, but we got it. Okay, press the button and hold to activate the rewinding power and rotate the maze. During the rewind, let go of the button, the maze will spin in the reverse directions. Combine gravity with the maze spin to guide the stone into the orb out of the maze. Easy enough. That's probably the easy level, though.
Impressive. You too have the makings of a high priest now.
Getting that stone ball to the end point looks pretty tough. My hands are shaking just from looking at it.
Some special wall panels will move in a set pattern. Use the right timing to get it through. Okay.
The secret door is open.
Go inside, and you'll see the place where we grew up.
Easy enough. Felt that in my bones that was gonna be there.
You grew up in a place like this?
By the time we were born, the role of the Holy Maiden had already diminished to a mere title. Those in tune with the Titan's guidance are bound to become messengers for others. To maintain appearances, those in authority added some embellishments. And with Mother around, our childhood wasn't entirely without joy.
Even so, I still find it hard to imagine.
20 years can go by in no time.
Trinon, for most people, 20 years is a long period of time.
Right. Becoming a demigod sure changes how one lives through time. It's hard to believe it's been so long. Your power is exceptional, Little Gray. This place looks exactly as before. Let's explore the room a bit.
The shelf is packed full, but all I see are annals of geography for various cities. There are also documents about various kinds of Titan worship.
Because we believed that we would need to travel great distances to convey Kefali's prophecy to everyone, and should learn about the terrains and customs of various places beforehand. Back then, our memories were still sharp. 10 years was enough for us to memorize all these. Mother left us these scrolls, too. When we were young, she would read them to us as bedtime stories. Her stories were so engaging that we could vividly imagine all of Amphorius in our dreams. Unfortunately, only after Mother was gone did we realize that what was written in the scrolls was far from engaging.
Mama, look at this. It kept going wrong, but I finally made one that works. Is this a music box? Tribios, you're so talented. Now whenever I'm telling you a story, we can have beautiful music playing in the background. I'm still not as talented as you, Mommy. You can take a whole block of redstone and slowly carve it into a crystal clear work of art. Next time, I want to make a pair of gloves. That way you won't hurt your hands the next time you're polishing rocks. Silly child, if I was scared of hurting my hands, why would I not just ask the old folks at the temple for a pair of gloves? Honestly, you mustn't fuss over me. Just make sure you eat plenty, practice your reading, and read lots of stories of Amphorius. Nothing makes Mommy happier than seeing you grow and thrive. I have eaten plenty, and I've practiced my reading lots, but the stories, there's still lots that I can't read yet. Ah, so that's what you're up to. You're making this music box to slack off so Mommy would read you more stories, right? You sneaky thing. Looks like I won't be reading any more stories of Zagreus for a while. Well then, what story should we read today? The Golden Apple Beauty Contest? The story of King Micus? Gorgo and the Lion? You've heard them all lots of times, haven't you? I don't mind. I'll never get sick of them as long as you're reading them to me, Mommy.
There's a blackboard here. What's that drawing on it?
That doesn't ring a bell. It should be something we invented during those 10 years. It has been approximately 10 years between Kefali's prophecy and this moment when we are about to set out. We were raised in this temple complex and had never stepped outside the Gate of Infinity. To understand the outside world, we spent much of our time acquiring knowledge and developing a few inventions along the way. Sadly, the inventions served no purpose except to deliver letters, and...
There's so many boxes here.
These should be our belongings. What's this?
A red glass fragment?
We were still very young the first time we saw it. Mother came back with a beautiful glass piece, but her face was streaked with tears. She simply placed it on the table. It looked so sparkly that we couldn't resist playing with it, but we ended up breaking it by accident. Mother didn't get angry. She simply held us quietly for a long time. It wasn't until we were older that we learned in Yanisopolis, if someone gloriously died for destiny, the Holy Maiden must pick a piece of glass from the volcano's quarry and polish it, then give it to the deceased's family. On the day Mother returned with the glass, her friend lost his life on the battlefield. Since he had no family left, Mother had to keep it herself. Later, on the eve of the ritual, Mother also gave us a beautiful piece of glass. Let's move on to the bedroom.
What am I investigating? Perhaps Treeby spent most of her time during those grim childhood years with these stone slates.
Looks good. It's Trebio's.
Just as expected. It's time to get going after all. Mama, are you going to that ritual tomorrow?
That's right, my sweet girl. What's the matter?
I wish I could go too. I have something to ask Yanis.
Oh. What do you want to ask?
I want to know how to chase the black tide away.
Ah, I see. Unfortunately, it's a secret ritual, and only I can preside over it. If you want me to consult the Titan on your behalf, you'll have to promise me something.
What is it?
Be a good girl and go to sleep now. And whatever you dream of, don't be afraid. Just sleep through the night until morning comes. Until the next time Aquila opens their eyes. Can you do that for me, sweetie?
That's it? Of course I can! Trebios is the most amazing Holy Maiden of Yanis! Well, little Holy Maiden? But why, Mama?
Because this ritual might take a long time.
How long?
Tomorrow, my sweet child. I'll be back tomorrow. If not tomorrow, then the next tomorrow. If not, the tomorrow after that. But if I still haven't returned for a very long time,
That means the ritual has succeeded. It means I found a way to chase away the black tide and reach the new world on the other side. But for various reasons, I can't return to bring my sweet girl with me. But I'll be waiting for you there. As long as you stay brave and kind, we'll meet again in that new world. It's the end of the West Wind, the black tide's other shore. A radiant sea of flowers, blessed and protected by the gods. In the rosy horizon, you'll see a silver-white shoal. It marks the end of your voyage. A haven, free from storms, cold, and heavy rains. No sorrow can linger there. That is where I'll be, waiting for you.
Wow, that sounds just like the island from my dream. Oh, I know. I'll turn the moon into a ship and the stars into sails to go find Mama. Pinky promise?
Pinky promise. As long as you sail toward tomorrow. As long as the sun will rise for the next day. Our wishes will come true together.
If the final murmurs of the Titan are true, if such a place really exists on the shore beyond the black tide at the end of Genesis, then our promise still stands. Please, wait for me, Mother.
What is it, Ellipsium? I'm trying to think.
After those 10 years of darkness, when Aquila opened their eyes for the last time, we finally set off.
Where did she go?
But is it Ellipsium? It's like in Greek mythology, when like people die, those who live good lives will live in the field of flowers for eternity. Is it Ellipsium? What is that place called?
This way. Now, we'll go through this shelf.
But how? With Yanis's power?
No, we hadn't acquired their power back then.
So, this obstacle, it was simply a mirage?
Yes, the answer is right on the shelf. Go ahead and give it a try.
Secret passage.
It's a secret passage.
It was a secret passage prepared by the Holy Maiden's supporters for Mother and me as a precaution. And now, it has turned into our passage to escape, just as anticipated.
Start of all roads. Discover the secret passage. Oh, it's like 3D in here. Okay. Oh, yeah, we've been here with the scales.
The path to the temple was in quite a state. Did someone do it on purpose?
No surprise at all. Some people caught on to what we were planning and tried to intercept us, while others were willing to clear the way for the Holy Maiden.
I can't move it. I can't climb over it either. Time Titan? Is that you?
I've literally done this puzzle what feels like 5 times now. Oh, okay, we're getting to some... I was about to say like trickier puzzles, but this one at least is not too bad. They didn't make it.
Show no mercy. Conflict is pitiless.
Torment and doubt, farewell.
Here is thunder.
Spend freely. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
Reach the end of the story in your own way. Looks good.
Just like this. Regardless of our actions, the past will remain unchanged. It was someone else who helped Trebios in the actual events of history. We don't remember the details. As for why memory recreated the past to be like this, it must be because it's closer to the answer within our heart.
The passage is now cleared. Ornix. Thank you, nameless god.
Looks good. Is that all? This
it.
All in. I will watch over you and guide you on your path.
Show no mercy. Here, this thunder.
Serenity is before me.
Conflict is pitiless.
Moment and doubt farewell.
Here, this thunder.
No dirty tricks, alright? Serenity is before me. I will watch over you and guide you on your path.
Show no mercy.
Great. The more the better.
Please stay clear.
Ta! Is that all? Whoa! It looked truly magnificent back then.
Relax. Take it easy.
All these people, they're just civilians, not enemies, correct?
Mostly, but it might not be the case later on.
Please stay clear.
Hey, little ones. How did you sneak in here?
Shh! Please keep it down. We had to be really sneaky to get in here.
Okay. But what did you sneak in here for?
I heard there's a lovely holy maiden living in the temple, and I want to meet her. I couldn't stop her, so I had to think of a way to sneak her in.
Oh, really? I was here to meet the Holy Maiden as well, but the guard said she had to go somewhere far away today.
Huh? What a bummer. Mommy even asked me to bring her gift to the Holy Maiden.
It's getting late. We couldn't go home now, okay?
Okay then. We'll come back next time. Thank you.
By the way they are dressed, the siblings look like civilians living outside the temple. Mother mentioned that when she was a holy maiden, she caught a girl sneaking into the temple to steal the tributes. Stealing from the temple was punishable by death, but that poor girl had no family and just wanted something to eat. So Mother took her outside and even gave her some food. Perhaps these two children are the descendants of that girl from back then.
Ah, Lady Maiden. Lady Maiden, you need to dress warmer. It's pretty cold out. Let me get you a blanket.
No need to trouble yourself. I'm just going for a quick walk.
All right, but please take care of yourself. Your mother made us promise to look after you before she left. It's been a while since I last saw you. I just realized you've grown into such a beauty, just like your mother. Oh, here, have some of my sweet pastries. She used to enjoy them, so maybe you'll like them too. What's wrong, Lady Maiden?
I'm fine. It tastes really good.
This lady is Mother's old friend. When we were little, we sometimes got to eat the sweet pastries she brought back. We've always remembered the familiar taste, and only now do we learn where it came from.
Please stay clear.
So this is Yanapol?
Apologies, Lady Maiden, but the Yanis Vault is under maintenance today.
Perfect. That way, no one will disturb me while I'm talking to Mother.
All right then. May Yanis guide your path.
The Yanis Vault?
It's where Yanis's heart lies and the core flame is kept. Just enter on the left. It's also the place where Trebios was born.
Praise the passage titan Yanis.
Is that all?
Trebios. What does that name actually mean?
The one with 3 lives. Mother believed our birth was blessed by the 3 titans of fate. She named us thus to express her gratitude. Looking at how things have unfolded, fate might have had a role in it. vault is right ahead.
At long last. I knew there was some sanity left in you, Yanis. Just as I thought, you too have been confined. No, Yanis, I've come here to take on your fate. By the blood of the Lamb and the strength of my blade-wielding right hand, I am Trebios, the listener, the announcer, and the witness of the prophecy. I, the Holy Maiden of Yanisopolis, the Walker of the Infinite Paths, have come forth to assume your duty. Just as I wished. This journey promises to be a long one, with 1,000 selves to accompany me. I'll never be lonely. No matter. My hands are not made for bearing arms. But my feet are destined to embark on a journey for the benefit of all. Without a doubt, Titan. Let the prophecy shatter me, so that I may open a myriad of paths for this imperiled world. I understand, Yanis. Thank you. Now, may you rest well. Mother, did you see that? I have assumed my duty and stand ready to set out. We will step over the gods' corpses and wander among humanity, and thus we shall sweep apart Amphorius's pitch-dark fog. May the world follow the myriad paths trodden and reunite at the end of the West Wind, where flowers bloom in spring. Mother, I shall see you tomorrow.
Who dares lay hands on the core flame? Drop your weapon and surrender at once!
I knew this would come.
It's opening up! Move aside and get ready! The Holy Maiden? happening here? Lady Maiden, where's the thief who stole the core flame?
Look at what she's holding, you buffoon! She is the thief! Take your positions and ready your arms! We're taking back the core flame!
Bring it on!
What?
Come forth, loyal guards. At least do it properly. Pierce me in the chest.
What are you scheming?
This is your last chance. If anyone wants to earn a promotion and rise through the ranks, I'm right here. You all know who I am. Go ahead, however. If there's still any loyalty within you, step aside for the Holy Maiden. Otherwise, by the decree of the Holy City's Codex, anyone who dares to harm the Holy Maiden shall face execution!
Captain, what should we do?
Do it. Kill her! If any of you want to get rich, then come with me. Take this traitor's head and wealth will be ours!
We can't just stand by and do nothing. Let's move, partner. Serenity is before me.
Here, this thunders!
It's on me.
Torment and doubt, farewell.
Show no mercy. How's that possible?
Could the Titan actually be on her side?
That woman is the traitor!
I should go.
Let's keep up.
The path is opening up for me. Oh, Yanis, protect me.
The Titan is on her side! Watch out!
Guide you on your path.
Impossible! The gods have long been consumed by madness! Conflict is pitiless! Here, this thunders! Show no mercy!
Torment and doubt, farewell.
Conflict is pitiless!
Bust. Or maybe I'll take it off.
Serenity is before me.
Here, this thunders! Show no mercy!
The main path is likely well guarded. What do I do?
should be the last fight. We have to help her get through.
But I don't get it. This has been puzzling me for a while now. Who has been aiding Trebios in her escape? While history might be blurred by memories, seeing how the whole city is hunting her down, she clearly had no allies. If she pulled it off alone, were we too involved in this process?
Trebios had been on her own since she entered the vault. But what did we truly mean to her? You'll find that answer at the end of this memory.
In that case, let's focus on the mission at hand now. Let's do this, everyone!
I will watch over you and guide you on your path.
Here, this thunder! Show no mercy.
Torment and doubt, farewell.
Conflict is pitiless.
Watch your head. Serenity is before me.
Here, this thunder!
All in. Torment and doubt, farewell. I will watch over you and guide you on your path.
Show no mercy.
Finally, beyond this gate awaits a boundless world. This is where my journey begins. God of passages, can you see me? I will complete the path that you started.
I don't know how long my microphone's been off, so I have no idea what comments I've made that you all have heard. Whoops.
No response after all. Yanis, may you have a good dream. I can't stay here much longer. It's time to leave.
Well, looks like this is the end of the memory.
Not yet. The question that has been puzzling you. She's about to reveal the answer.
But nothing happened. What was making her or you hesitate at this moment? If she had known this flame-chased journey would proceed as the Titan foretold, bringing about great suffering and fatalities, including her own, would she still have chosen to walk through the gate and start her journey?
I think the answer is already within you. And you've made your own decision.
What? You can hear us?
Not really. She can neither see nor hear us. Yet she knew that one day, someone would return to unveil this dust-covered memory. We can never know for sure who helped us back then. But that kindness was forever engraved in our hearts, motivating us to move forward. Time has modified this memory into a special letter, so that we do not forget our original intent.
Man, I am so sad that we didn't get this design for Trebios, because I would have pulled for her in a heartbeat if we had gotten this design for Trebios and not this one.
It's a letter written by Trebios of the past and sent to her future self. In this memory, it is Trebios of the future who overcomes all difficulties for her and sends her on a long journey toward the tomorrow where we are.
Yes. You'll remember it all. And then find your way back to the gate where everything began. Here, I will set sail toward the distant horizon. Here, you have traveled far on your way home. Such is the maxim that unveils Trebios' fate. You shall shatter into 1,000 fragments and wither on the soil of foreign lands. So, if you ever feel lost, return to this place. I'll keep this memory here for you. Or for me, to embrace it again.
Worry not. Though loss is something we've grown used to. Our resolve and our pledge are what Trebios will never forget. Each one of us has never failed to remember. Losses are a constant on the Flame Chase journey. Among which, even life itself holds little value. The hot blood of the sacrificial lamb will not be spilled in vain, like my mother and I.
The libations poured are guaranteed to bear fruit, just as my blade-wielding right hand is not a hollow formality.
Surmount the myriad passages of Yanis, and we will once again
ride the west wind, and let the wings carry us far away.
So, this is your answer?
That's right. In the name of the three fates, I stand by my answer with no regrets. Now, with or without the god's blessing, I run towards the world's agony. If I can truly pierce through the utter darkness,
we will meet again at the end of the west wind, where flowers bloom in spring.
Light calendar 3760, month of Evernight. Yiannopolis' holy maiden Trebios bore the core flame to quell the world's chaos and became the demigod of Yanis. She traveled to the Gate of Infinity, splitting into 1,000 messengers to spread the divine prophecy across the land of Emphorius after a century of arduous journeying. Light calendar 3870, month of freedom. Humanity's flame chase journey officially began.
Lady Trebi, do you still think that everything will be fine tomorrow?
Yeah, that's what Trianne would say as well.
With all due respect, Lady Trebi, you know perfectly well that see you tomorrow is nothing but a white lie. I hope your toughness is not a mask hiding a lonely heart.
Cass, that's not a lie. See you tomorrow is the greatest prophecy in the world.
Prophecy?
Listen, in every corner of this land, every heartbeat carries a prayer for that prophecy to come true. It may be that only a few heroes will bring tomorrow to the new world, but the prophecy of leading everyone to tomorrow belongs to all in Emphorius.
But not everyone has the chance to see tomorrow. How can such words be called a prophecy?
Because people believe it will come true, and they are trying hard to hold on to that belief. Even as the world teeters on the brink of collapse, everyone is pressing forward, longing to reach farther and move toward tomorrow. And that is why a holy maiden exists to lead the world toward tomorrow. And why Yiannopolis' prophecy unfolds as passages. Fate is not about the outcome, but the journey. It's not the flowers that bloom at the end of the road, but rather the paths that lead beyond the gate, where people tread toward the sea of flowers. So, Cass, if anything is troubling you, just set it aside for tomorrow. There's no difference between demigods and mortals. The troubles we encounter can only be resolved by our future selves. Reflect through the long night. Wait for the dawn as you think. Then set off at daybreak. The hesitant part of us will be left behind in the dark, while the determined side of us will know no fear, because that's how Trebios has journeyed so far to spread the prophecy. Beckoning the morning sun, and the tomorrow it promises to bring. We will now continue the journey and face our destiny. We will step over the gods' corpses and wander among humanity, and thus we shall sweep apart Emphorius' pitch-dark fog. And at the end, all will reach that silver white shoal. That end of the journey. That new world and new tomorrow. It is a haven free from storms, cold, and heavy rains. No sorrow can linger there. We've made a promise to meet again at the end of the west wind, where flowers bloom in spring. See you tomorrow, Brienne.
See you tomorrow!
Child of humanity, surely you are not waiting for the arrival of night.
Nights do not fall upon Akama.
That's why it's futile for you to wait here.
Honestly, I didn't expect the renowned Reason Titan to behave like this.
And that's all thanks to you. If your soul weren't as prickly as a hedgehog, I wouldn't have to act this way. If you were more accommodating, you wouldn't be opposing me all the time. And I could teach you more freely instead.
It was you who insisted on implanting the core flame in me. Forget it. Cut the sarcasm and just say what you need to say.
Fine, fine. All I want is to remind you, there's not much left in your soul. If you don't do something soon, I will have to take over this body.
If I'm not worried, why should you be? I know what you're planning. You just want my help answering the question. What exactly are we? Correct?
It's good that you remember. Thus, equivalent exchange. It's only fair.
Then rest easy. The answer will soon be revealed, and you'll have to return my body shortly.
Is that true?
Certainly. I initially thought this extremely frail state would hinder me from getting my body back, but I didn't expect the answer to be right within it. That saved me a lot of trouble. I don't even need the black-robed swordmaster's ceremonial blade.
That's certainly worth celebrating.
Regrettably, I can't carry out the upcoming experiment alone.
The girl who's walking with death, is she fully prepared?
Be patient, Titan. If we're always so guarded, how can death reach us easily?
Unfortunately, on behalf of Okima, I must ask you to slow your pace.
I forgot about you. My apologies.
A child's words are always carefree. I'll just dismiss these words as nonsense from a cheeky child. Come now, conceited performer. It's time to address your relationship with that Titan.
What if I refuse?
Provocation will only tip Talantan's scales further toward your demise. There's no need to go to such lengths.
Oh, monster neither human nor divine. Don't forget that you won't dare kill me. If you snuff out the core flame of reason, what else can you use to stand against the council?
Do you two mind if I cut in?
I warned you. Do not interrupt me.
I just have been meaning to ask. Does death really matter to you?
What do you mean?
What I mean is, before I implanted the core flame into your heart, you were already a silent, cold corpse.
I'm back. Finally have a moment to catch my breath. Want to chat, Kalis? It's unusual to see Mim isn't with you. Pokemon reference. Since they're not here, let me ask you, are you really sure you want to take on the trial of Ornyx's core flame on behalf of the Chrysos heirs? Time to level up. We've ended up at this point after all. This is probably a fate that the Trailblaze can't evade. Yet, you should be extra cautious and watch out for yourself. Based on the experience of those before you, the trial is no walk in the park. What concerns me even more is that you'll further bind yourself to Emphorius. If you truly assume the Titan's divinity, do you believe you'll be able to lay it down again? Forget it. We'll deal with that when the time comes. No matter what happens, I'll be right there with you. That's what I was saying about the fact that, like, if they take on the demigod Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. If they take on the demigod status, are they going to be able and or allowed or should leave Amphorius when they do? I got held up by two people in guard uniforms and ended up missing Trian's farewell ceremony. They said they were messengers of the Council of Elders and wanted to verify my identity. But I suspect we've been on their radar for a while, and they've only made their move when you and I got separated. Their questions were quite specific, from how we arrived in Akama to our relationship with each Chrysos there. They even asked about what we did in the market. Luckily, those pawns aren't the brightest. I managed to brush off most of their questions, so they'll probably leave us alone for a bit. Their conduct is certainly irritating. But on second thought, Aglaya also initially kept her guard up with us. It's best not to provoke either side until we know the full truth. The only thing we should know for sure is that some members of the Council of Elders aren't happy with the Chrysos heirs. In the worst case scenario, we should be caught up in the internal conflicts of the Holy City. If only we had more time to sort through the clues about the Black Tide, but now the weather is the only lovely thing left. Let's take some more pictures. Huh? What's going on? Something wrong? The memory card is full. I bet March and the others are pretty worried too. Reminder that she's encased in ice, by the way.
And so, this long day passed for Akama. Some people arrived, and some left forever. Just like every other day of this journey, where we, stumbling, move forward. We have long been prepared. If we are to chase the flames, then we must grow used to farewells. And yet, no one back then could foresee death. Its arrival would always be so sudden and so momentous.
Oh goodness.
Even little Gray, coming from beyond the sky, could not escape the Reaper's two hands. And what people gained and lost in that trial of death was far heavier than life itself. Just like the destiny that the prophecy revealed for Cass at the end of the Sea of Flowers, the souls of the living shall warm thy fingertips, and after an embrace, there shall be eternal separation.
The world is thus. Okay, a lot of things just happened. Witness the beginning of Tribios and the Flame Chase. Hey buddy, you there? Yeah, what's up? Wow, instant reply. I'm touched. With all that's gone down recently, I thought we could talk. The failed trial of the Grove, Mydei and Kremnoians, and seeing Triby's memories, all of it. That's nothing. We three can crush it. And Don Hung too. Absolutely. But promise me that you won't laugh at this. Honestly, even though we made it through everything, seeing Triby's memories just left me with more questions. That person alone will witness the miracle. Doesn't sound like a good ending, does it? Why did everyone choose to become demigods, even knowing the price? To save the world using demigods' powers, of course. I'm just taking a guess here. The powers you gain as a demigod are tiny compared to the cost, after all. Exactly. I should have asked Mydei about his reason before he left, but now he's taken all the glory and all the cool spotlights. Ah, sounds like someone's being competitive. Just kidding. Well, I think I feel a bit better after all this now. I've learned a lot from this conversation. I'll go over what we said in my own time. Thanks, buddy. We're Amphorius' only hope. Oh wait, there's Dan Heng too. All three of us. Okay, so now we can finally get to these. I say that, but we are stopping here for the day. Once we do like one more thing. All right, I want to go over here.
It's still early. Where to now?
Let's see if I can dump any.
Pour me a cup, will you? The sea. The sea is right here.
Oh, interesting. So it tells you where like treasure is.
The taste of celestial ambrosia.
Oh, it shows like who you've collected. Okay. Okay, so obviously Strife was taken on by Mydei. I unfortunately do not think that Mydei is going to survive, because they said only one of them is going to survive, so I think it is not going to be Mydei. So it says that we already have Zagreus's core flame, which is kind of a bummer because I kind of wanted to see Zagreus in action. Now, as far as we, or at least I am aware, there is not a demigod who's taken on Zagreus. And then we have not found Thanatos. Thanatos? There we go. Obviously, Cass is going to take on this one. So the only one we don't know for this is Zagreus. Pillar of Stone. Gorgios. We don't know anyone who has that. Obviously we have the core flame, but I don't think we have a demigod for that one yet. Because I think the only like confirmed demigods are Aglaya, Tribi, and now Mydei. Okay, so that's another one. Okay, so the one of the ocean. Okay, and this is Aquila. We don't have Aquila yet, but we know that Aquila is going to be the healers. Throne of the World Kefili. I think, especially with its design, like if you think about Phinon's eyes, the design around his eyes, I think Phynon, and then the design around his chest, along with mirroring the design of the Flame Reaver, I think Phynon is going to inherit Kefili's core flame. That's my guess there. And then Minesta is romance, and she is done by Aglaya. God of Wisdom, Circe's, and Zagreus is gonna have Circe's, of course. So this section, we pretty much know who's gonna get what. Yanis is, of course, Tribi. Okay, looks like we have Talaton. Justice? I can't think of any character that we've like... Okay, wait. I forgot about something. Wait a minute. And then Veil of Evernight Orynyx. And so we're gonna be Orynyx, or Mimiz. So apparently there is a Chrysosaur, right? That is a demigod or something. Well, it's a Chrysosaur at least. I don't think they're a demigod, quote unquote. But they might be a demigod. Wait a minute. Okay, so never mind. So we are gonna be Orynyx, right? And then Yanis is Treeby, so we're missing a person for Talatin, because this is gonna be Anazagrius. This is Aglaya. I predict that Kefali is gonna be Phynon. And then this is the healer. And then we don't know... We don't know the ocean, the world, or the earth, and then we don't know Zagreus. So that leaves us with 4 characters that we're not sure who's it gonna be. Now, my guesses, because we have also, like I said, I think that March is the Chrysosaur, and they got sent out, right? Of what we're missing... Zagreus, so trickery, and like that kind of thing, the ocean and the stone, and then the law. I'm not really sure which one she would be, but I'm pretty sure she's gonna be one of them, because we know we're getting a 5-star March. Like, we've seen the leaks for it. We also saw that we were gonna get another 5-star of Danhung. So I think of the 4 that we don't have like a set character, it's gonna be 2. Danhung and March are both gonna get to be pillars as well. They're gonna also become the demigods, but that would leave room for 2 more characters to be introduced. Now, work with me here. Someone saw that Sunday's like loyalty or whatever changed to something else, and then so I think Sunday would make, especially being on the Harmony side, would make a really good Talaton. You know what I mean? Like the justice thing, because that's always been his like rule book. Now, if they really wanted to be funny, it would be funny for him to be Zagreus. But I don't think that's gonna happen. Now, what I think would be cool, though, is if we're gonna... Zagreus definitely sounds like Aha. Like, it's the same concept, and then when you read the stuff about him, it seems very much like the Tavern of Fools, like the Masked Fools ideology. So it'd make interesting sense if a Masked Fool either Sampo to get Sampo's 5-star, or just a different Masked Fool takes on Zagreus, and then that would leave the ocean and the earth for these 2, and like, I feel, considering that all of the Scale Gorge waterscape was all underwater, I feel like it would make more sense for Danhung to be the ocean one, and then March 7th would be Georgios. But yeah, so that's my predictions. And then with the fact that they're like only one person is going to survive it all, I feel like that means it's going... My prediction, outside of obviously the main cast, especially because they just said that we might die in the next section, is I think that the person who is going to survive all of this is the Deliverer. So the Deliverer of the New World. And so I think it's going to... The only person that's going to survive is Phynon. And then that might be the reason the Flame Reaver was born, is because he could not because like all of the others have like this steel will about believing in this path and then going forward with it kind of deal, but Finon always is like, is the price of all of these deaths worth the outcome? And so like I feel like Finon is going to be the last one standing because he doesn't know if it's like worth the price, in my opinion. I saw you were smiling when I got here. Oh, is this because of your day off? Got it in one, didn't I? Kalis, I can only imagine how hard you usually work, so let's shout it out loud together. Praise be to the days of rest. Kalis, I can only— oh wait. Oh, we have two. Oh, is this Zagreus' card? It is. Before meeting death, the scholar already composed his own epitaph.
This person's name was seldom mentioned by others. Incomplete, just like his fate.
He would sweep his own grave at the beginning of every month of reaping, staring long and hard at his stained hands. Hands that never seek the benediction of gods, accepting only the tricks and plots his brain presents. Well, now that you say tricks and plots, I'm like, it might make sense for him to be the Zagreus core flame holder. That would actually be such a funny, like, sleight of hand if Zagreus, especially because his name has Zagreus in it, right? Which is, I pointed that out immediately, being like, hey, so, like, are we just gonna move past the fact that his name has Zagreus in it? But yeah, no, it would be funny if he delivers Cersei's core flame to the flame, whatever the thing is called, and then he takes on Zagreus, or not Zagreus, he's Zagreus. It takes on the Trickster's core flame. That would be so funny.
Keep your distance from that blasphemous one, lest misfortune follows you like a shadow.
People warned each other thus before his lecture. In those rumors, the scholar's hubris looms foul and vile. He dares to proclaim ascendancy over gods and defy the Titan's will. But the one shouldering such lander pays little heed. His lonesome figure, stands aloof, for he always believed that gods are no greater than mortals, beings such as he. Grove of Epiphany, the paradise of the wise, yet harbors one shouldering the name of a fool. He calls himself a clear-headed teacher, leading lost students, yet he rarely guides or teaches apart from gifting a single saying. Yet for the rest of the student's life, that saying often proves to be more valuable than gold. Pupils often praise his words as divine utterances, to which the teacher replies with sharp retort. Apart from the destiny, he seems able to decipher all laws, and now even destiny may also be within his grasp. It was not so in the beginning, as he silently recalls the past under the leafy shade.
Faced with the god's edict, even I cannot resist.
With no guidance given, he reaches enlightenment for the first time.
Yet, I sincerely believe this is not to be my destiny.
That became the cause of the blasphemy.
Miracles are the most conceited actions of gods. They are God's denial of humanity via might. Magic tricks are the most articulate rebuttal. They are humanity's imitation of godhood via intellect.
He habitually describes the feats of mankind as magic tricks, proving that the enlightened can step beyond the boundaries of reason. But magic tricks cannot afford to fail even after 1,000,000 times, and for that the blasphemous co-conspires with a god. Using the final trick, they wish to create a miracle to end all miracles. Oh, is this the story of the new companion? That one who looks like a scholar of some kind? I have no idea what that means, but you're trying to make me laugh, right? It's a magical boy. Let's just play along, teehee. Oh right, I just remembered that one is a magician. On top of the flame chase journey, he always seems opposed, perhaps because he didn't believe in the prophecy. Everything in this world is fate, except me. Time for a quiz, Kalis. What do you think is the relationship between Anazagrius and us? Kindred spirits. Well, I suppose you could say that. Though the ideologies are completely different, when it comes to stubbornness, he is strikingly similar to the other heroes. The guy even permits the Crisis heirs to study under Anazagrius. A good rival is a good friend. Everyone probably can agree to that at least. We're different, Kalis. We're the best partners when we work together. Oh boy, we have a lot of tickets apparently. I don't know if I want to read all of that, to be honest. We'll read that later. We'll read like one set per stream, because I just don't feel like reading all of that. Oh, Trivios is almost to the center part. All these stories are really, really old, but I haven't even had enough of them yet. Oh, that reminds me, I forgot to ask an important question. Kalis, how old are you? No way, how will I know what gift to get you? Can't you just make something up? But I'm so happy that the moment I stepped into this world I met you, Kalis. This way, with every moment of my life will be recorded by you. If you ever write a book about me, it'll be a thick one. That would make me even happier. It means that there are so many moments worth treasuring that you can't keep track of them all. Okay, I was like, did we already get all the Eidolons for this? Okay. Alright, everyone, I have told you my predictions. Now, if he does take on Zagreus's instead of Cersei's, I'm not quite sure who would get Cersei's. But we'll have to see. So, thank you all so much for coming, especially since this was like a 3.5 hour stream. Did not need to do that long, but I got into the swing of it. So I will see you all next time. Next time we will probably start with this, because it looks like it might just be a puzzle one, like a super short one that we can just like grind through really fast. And then we will do the Awu firm, because usually these markers mean one, it'll stay longer so that you can have access to it, like these. And two, that it's going to be much longer. So we will grind through this one first. So I hope that you all have a great rest of your week. I will see you next Sunday. I don't believe I should have anything blocking that. Yep, should be next Sunday. And that I hope that you all get great sleep, a good week, and that's about it. Bye, everyone.